Hello everyone. In this session, I am going to continue the last part of ray optics, that is optical instruments. In the last session, we already studied about angular magnification of simple microscope under normal adjustment. That means for the normal eye, least distance of distinct vision is 25 centimeter. So here in the first case, we derived angular magnification of simple microscope when image is formed at least distance. So now in this session, I am going to derive second case, that is angular magnification of simple microscope when image is formed at infinity. Here, most of the time, simple microscope is used to get highly magnified image of small object. So, when this microscope is set for the image at infinity, then we will get highly magnified image. So that now we can derive the second case, that is angular magnification of simple microscope when image is formed at infinity. So we already know about angular magnification, which is also called as magnifying power, and it is denoted by m. So m equal to beta divided by alpha, where beta indicates the visual angle subtended by image, and that image is formed by instrument at the eye. And alpha indicates visual angle subtended by object at the unaided eye. That means without using instrument, the angle subtended by the object, that gives alpha, and the angle subtended by image, that image is formed by instrument. So that is beta. See here, beta means visual angle subtended by image, and this image is formed by instrument at the eye, divided by alpha indicates visual angle subtended by object at the unaided eye, that means without using any instrument. M equal to beta divided by alpha, that gives the ability or capacity of the optical instrument, how much it can magnify the small objects. Now let us derive angular magnification of simple microscope when image is formed at infinity. Let us observe the ray diagram. So we already know that simple microscope is itself a convex lens. Convex lens is also called as converging lens. So whose thickness is very high at the center than at the edges. The center of the lens is called optic center. Here it is denoted by C. Now, here we have to get image at infinity. Image is formed at infinity only when object is kept exactly at principal focus. When object is at focus, then image is formed at infinity. So that's why now I am going to keep object AB exactly at the principal focus, which is denoted by F. So here AB is the object. From this object, two light radiations are emitted. The first ray of light is passing through optic center, so it is undeviated. Then come to the second ray of light. When it falls on convex lens, 2 times refraction of light takes place, so that this refracted ray is passing through principal focus F. Now you can observe these two refracted rays. These two refracted rays are not converging. Instead of that, they are traveling parallel to each other. Now the observer is observing these two refracted rays. For the observer, these two refracted rays appears to coming from infinity. That means these two parallel radiations may be converging at infinity, so that we will get image at infinity. Remember, whatever the image is formed at infinity, that image is virtual, because This is apparent. Here it is just the assumption of the person. There is no converging of light here. So that's why whatever the image is formed at infinity, it is virtual, erected and highly magnified. Highly magnified means we will get more enlargement of the small or tiny object AB. So how is the image here? Image is virtual, erected and highly magnified, and this image is formed at infinity because object is kept at principal focus. So this is all about ray diagram. Now we want to calculate angular magnification, which is given by the equation m equal to beta divided by alpha. So beta is the angle subtended by image. Here image is formed at infinity. And alpha is the angle subtended by object. Remember, whenever you are going to take the value of alpha, we have to keep object always at least distance, because for the normal eye, nearer point or least distance is 25 centimeter. So what is alpha? This is the angle subtended by object at the unaided eye. That means without using any instrument, directly we can observe the object very clearly when it is exactly at least distance, that is 25 centimeter. So that's why whenever you are going to find the value of alpha, remember object should be at least distance of distinct vision. Now first we can find the value of alpha. So we know that when we are going to find the value of alpha, alpha means the angle subtended by the object AB, so that we have to keep object at least distance. When object is at least distance, then easily we will get the value of alpha. So now what is the value of tan alpha from the diagram? So we know that tan theta or tan alpha means opposite side divided by adjacent side. Here opposite side is AB divided by adjacent side. Here we have to take it as least distance, because here you can observe the adjacent side is CB, or we can write it as AB divided by. So CB means what here? So we kept object at focus, so we can write it as F. But remember, whenever you are going to find the value of alpha, object should be at least distance. So instead of a focal length, we can write it as capital D. So this is the value of tan alpha. So tan alpha equal to AB divided by D. Since angle is very small, so we can neglect trigonometric function. Since angle is very small, therefore tan alpha can be written as alpha, because trigonometric function is neglected because angle is very small. So above equation can be written as alpha equal to AB divided by D. Right? So this is the value of alpha. Remember, whenever you are going to find the value of alpha, object should be kept exactly at least distance of distinct vision. Now we have to calculate the value of beta. See here, image is formed at infinity. So it is very difficult to get the value of beta. So beta is the visual angle subtended by image. Image is now it is at infinity. So whenever you are going to find the value of tan beta, you can observe opposite side that is formed at infinity. So it is very difficult to write the opposite side as well as the adjacent side. That means the value of tan beta. Now for that reason, remember, I am going to adjust this simple microscope in such a way that now I am adjusted microscope so that image is formed here at AB, so that adjacent side will be equal to focal length. Suppose if I am going to adjust the microscope so that let us imagine now the image is formed here. Let us take it as A dash B dash so that adjacent side changes to F dash. Suppose still you are increasing the magnifying power of the microscope, maybe I can get the image here, so we can write it as A double dash B double dash so that its adjacent side also increases. Let us take it as F double dash. That means as you are gone changing the magnifying power of simple microscope, so we are adjusting the simple microscope so that as this opposite side increases, adjacent side also go on increasing. You can observe initially I adjusted microscope at A, B and F. Suppose if you are increasing, so that image we can get A dash B dash divided by F dash. So at the third point, now it is adjusted to A double dash B double dash, then the adjacent side becomes F double dash, so that it go on changes. That means up to infinity we can magnify the image of small object. Now I am going to consider the value of tan beta. Let us imagine now the microscope is adjusted for the first condition. That means let us imagine image is formed at AB. Opposite side is, let us write it as AB divided by adjacent side is CB, which is equal to focal length F. Suppose if you are adjusting the microscope for second condition, that is A dash B dash, then we have to write F dash. So now let us consider AB divided by F. So this is the value of tan beta. Again we can neglect a trigonometric function since angle is very small. When angle is very small, then it is not necessary to consider trigonometric function. Therefore tan beta can be written as beta. So therefore beta equal to AB divided by F, right? So remember here the image is formed at infinity. That means up to infinity we can magnify the image when object is at principal focus. Now here we considered image is at AB, so that adjacent side will be equal to focal length. Now we got the value of alpha and beta. Now we can use the equation. Angular magnification is given by m equal to beta divided by alpha. Now substitute the value of beta and alpha. Beta is how much? AB divided by F into alpha value is AB divided by D. Let us write it as D divided by AB. Here AB will get cancelled. So angular magnification we got m equal to D divided by F. This is angular magnification of simple microscope when image is formed at infinity. Remember, m indicates angular magnification, D indicates least distance of distinct vision, or simply we can say that nearer point, and F is focal length. So m equal to D divided by F. This is angular magnification of simple microscope when image is formed at infinity.